Hello everyone and welcome to R&D's Secret Lair, the only place where Spuzzems like me get to play Magic with all of you. So, as we do most days that we stream, we're going to start today off by trying to achieve some goals and get some experience to try to level up. Um, I like drafting, so I think we're going to draft today. So, Guilds of Ravnica is on the menu. As I like to draft, sort of looking for rares that I'm looking for, and then just trying to build a good deck. So looking at it, looks like we need to attack and get some blue and white or blue and black. So probably gonna try to do some Dimir drafting. I'm pretty sure Dimir. Yep, Dimir's a pretty big one in Guild of Ravnica. The only type I like more than Dimir is Golgari, which Golgari is pretty good too. Yep. So we'll go in, and that's a good first pickup for Dimir. It's basically a removal spell on a creature. It does die sometimes, but definitely not a terrible pickup for pick one. Another great pickup for the blue-black deck. Artful Takedown is just really solid removal. Did another just great card, and Whisper Agent. Other cards here, there's a little bit of fixing. Thought Erasure is pretty good. On the weaker side, we have Spinal Centipede. And then for red, we have Bodyguard and Hammer Dropper. But we're definitely going with Whisper Agent here. The Golgari Swarm Mage is pretty good. This card can just win games. As far as blue-black goes, not a whole heck of a lot in the pack. We take the Vapors. Honestly, I'm tempted to take the Guild Mage a little bit. I think we'll take the Guild Mage, put in the sideboard for now, but there's no chance we can't. There's no reason we can't go into that later. Burglar Rat, not bad. Could take the Gate here. Besides that, we do have Imp. 1/1 Flyer is not terribly exciting, so I think I'm actually going to take the Gateway Plaza. I love all the Gorgons and stuff, all the Death Touchers, so I'm going to pick up Pitiless Gorgon. This card's insane in draft, as well, a ton of good white-red stuff, so I think I'm actually going to take the Sergeant, put it in the sideboard. If our color really starts to dry up, we can always switch into that. Child of the Night, just good 2-drop, does a whole bunch of work. Help with our splashing, we pick up the Golgari Gilgate. Again, Hammer Dropper is great in the red-white deck. I'll pick up a Vapors. This card is the best card, but I think I might just want to take Rage. Another Rage. Well, the Worm is marginally playable. Sure. Do I need another Chamber Sentry? Besides Chamber Sentry, the best picks here, probably Artful Takedown or Giant. But I, of course, am going to draft all the cards I need first. Let's see. I might actually have 4 of them already. Let's find out. We do not have 4 of them, so I'm going to pick that up. Not a great card, but again, I am trying to complete out collections. Like I said, better option. Better option here would be the Artful Takedown, obviously, or the Lotlet Giant, but we'll still take the Sentry for now. Ooh, that's a good card. Ooh. Yeah, I've just got to take the Predator. Predator's too good. Got a Creeping Chill. We got a Radical Idea. Gilgate. Even the Lurcher's pretty good. I think I'm going to take the Radical Idea for now. This looks like a pretty easy Gilgate pickup. Again, just the Mentor deck looking good here, but we decided we're going blue-black. So that's what we're doing. Again, some really great red-white stuff. If I wasn't so focused on blue-black this time, I'd probably be going red-white. Some great stuff. The Lurcher's pretty good. Dazzling Lights is okay. Altitude's even fine. I think I'm gonna take the Lurcher though. Bring back in the Swarm Guild Mage. Ocean Rain is great. It's a great card, so we'll pick that up. Spider's not terrible. Assassin's pretty good. I'll pick up the Assassin. Again, I like the Death Touchers. Dazzling Lights is okay. It's an okay combat trick. Wall of Mist is trash. Lurcher's pretty good. I think I'm going to take the Lurcher. Ooh. Mentor deck just still passing around cards. Take the Giant here. He does just close out games. Child of Night. Good pickup. Creeping Chill or another Lurcher. Lurcher's pretty good. Take that. Centipede, okay filler. Never happened, probably not gonna happen. Ceratok, sure. And Trooper. I'm not a big fan of Trooper, but I'll still pick it up. Do I need another secret? Let's find out. We do need another secret, so I'll pick that up. Pick up another secret. Passing Burglar Rat's fine. Whisper Agent's great. Another Guild Gate and a City Watch. We'll take the secrets. Ooh, Underrealm Lich is a great pickup. Not as good as the Spy Bug, but definitely going to pick up the Lich. I like this Shade a lot. It's just a solid card. Shadow Knight's pretty good. We'll pick up the Guild Gate to help with our splash. Another Guild Gate here. Another Shade. Additionally, Capture Sphere. Don't have a lot of removal in our deck right now. So Capture Sphere might be where it's at. Shade is pretty good though, but I'll take the Sphere. Gotta have some amount of removal in your deck. 1 mana. Death Toucher is pretty good. Don't like Severed Strands, but with our lack of removal, it might be what we need. It's another Guild Gate. Recluse not the worst in the world. Probably just a cut though. Vapors can go on the side. We did pass our one opportunity to have a payoff for all of our Surveil, but it's fine, I think. Yep. Okay. 42, we gotta cut 2 cards. Let's see. Cards removal, we got a good amount of Wait, that heavy green? Got a whole bunch of Death Touchers. Severed Strands. Probably not good enough. And I think I can go down 1 Child of Night. Everything else looks fine. Not a crazy deck by any stretch of the imagination. Could have done with taking a second Artful Takedown. Or a Surveil payoff. But still not terrible. Got some Simic action going on. What's Simic? Soul Tie action going on. King, not a terrible hand. Definitely could do with more creatures, but we're still going to keep it. Hopefully draw into something. We have access to all 3 of our colors in this hand. Artful Takedown is pretty good removal. And we do get out the Centipede pretty early. So we'll play our tap land. The audio is just super loud for some reason. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. Hopefully it's not like ear deafening anymore. Play land, pass turn. Opponent plays a 2/2. Play up my 3/2. The opponent wants to swing. I will trade. Opponent's looking pretty Golgari. Opponent just gonna kill our Centipede. That's fine. Play a land. Get in for 2, sure. Gonna have us discard a card. Discard our 1/1 probably. Sure. Discard our 1/1. It's an uncastable card. We'll cast our Death Toucher. Pass the turn. Opponent thinking over their options. Plays a land. Really need to find a land for ourselves. Opponent trying to get in for 2. We will block. Offer the trade. If we can draw a land, we can play out our Lurcher as a 5/5. Should be pretty good. Got their own Lurcher. It's a 3/3. We cannot find a land though, so I guess we'll play out our Child of Night. Pass the turn. Opponent's still finding their land drops. Getting in with both. No blocks. The opponent doesn't play a creature. We can get in for 2 here. Kind of have the damage. So it's like we're both dealing 2 to each other. Opponent has a never happened. Because why not? Opponent takes our Capture Sphere. Okay. Well, he did find a land. It's a very slow land, but it is a land. We'll get in for 2. Go back up to 16. Opponent down to 18. Next turn, we have access to our Lurcher and our Takedown. Opponent going to get in for 4. We're down 12. Opponent passing. We'll go to combat. Swinging for 2. And I'll cast out my Lurcher. It's a 5/5. And the opponent can go. I think our fox to black fox. The black fox looks cool. Opponent thinking over their options. Thinking about their 1/1 apparently. Opponent vaporing it up. Sure. Passing turn. That was a pretty good draw. We'll go to combat, swinging with our 5/5. We'll just pass for now. We got the Artful Takedown. We have a Trotta, a whole bunch of stuff. Opponent going to attackers. Presumably going to swing in for 3. Sure. No blocks. Opponent knocks us down to 11. We'll cast Takedown right now just to make good use of our mana. We give their creature -2, -4. Creature dies. Ooh, that was a good draw. Go to combat, swinging for 5. Play out our Nightveil Predator. It's good, really hard card to get rid of that eats anything on the opponent's side. Definitely a good card. Opponent plays out a land. They're thinking something over. Okay, they have their own 5/5 Lurcher, sure. We'll play our land. I'll play my Swarm Guild Mage. Go to combat, get in for 3. It does feel like this is over. Yep, opponent scoops it up. So pretty good first showing for our deck. Made it to gold 4. Okay, comes with some experience, some gold. Against the Magic Hippo. It's not good that we don't have double blue in hand, but overall pretty good deck. Pretty good hand. Play a tap land, pass turn. Play out a land, play our Child of Night, pass the turn. That was not a bad draw. Play a land, go to combat. Get in for 2. One has a Whisper Agent, that's fine. Presumably they're going to trade here. Leave whatever it was on top. We'll go to blockers. Opponent trades, sure. Not trading. Cast a Radical Idea while they're tapped out. Draw a card. Drew a Notion Rain, okay. Opponent plays their own Notion Rain. Opponent's going to have to be careful. They are dealing a ton of damage to themselves. They're not really gaining too much either. Next turn I'll play down my Atrata. And get him with my Child of Night. Opponent going to get him for 3, sure. Play out a land. Play down our Atrata. Opponent doesn't have removal for it. It's going to get in for 3 and exile one of their creatures. We're back up to 21. Opponent does have access to 5 mana, so maybe that means that they've got some removal for our Trotta. Looks like they just have a pass wall adept. Oh, they do have the removal. So Trotta down. Draw a card. It's a land. Which means we get to play out our Lich. And I will pass the turn. No attacks. End turn. Opponent has a burglar rat. Sure. Gutted opponent. We'll discard our assassin. They have a Darkblade agent. Sure. Going to attackers. Passing the turn. I think we just take the land here, honestly. That or capture sphere. Yeah, I'm just going to take the land here. Play out a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. We'll keep our guy alive. Eat their 3/2. Play out my Night Veil Predator. And pass the turn. Opponent has a Watcher in the Mist. Sure. Mill 2 cards. Swing in with the 2/3. Just gonna give up my 2/1. It's fine. Gain some life. Go to my turn. Slotlet Giant's pretty good. Down to 21 cards in deck. Go to combat, swing in for 4. Opponent blocks with a 1/1. Sure. Play out my Notion Rain. I'm fine with both of those because 6. Yeah, I'll take the takedown. And we'll take the tap land. Play out a land, pass the turn. Opponent has another Watcher, sure. Opponent surveilling it up. Ooh, the opponent's going to get in with their 2 creatures. That definitely gives us an opportunity. So we're going to go to blockers. No blocks.
The garlic expires.
Hmm?
Way too much garlic and the garlic expires.
Oh, okay.
I was going to make your favorite. I can't now.
Okay.
I have no garlic.
Okay. Go to my turn. Take a land. Play a land. Artful Takedown. We'll choose both. So the tap, we want the Passer Wall Adept, and we want to kill the Watcher. We'll go to combat, get in for 7. And then, unless the opponent has a counter and they keep up counter mana, we've got the win next turn. We'll play a 10-10 and pass the turn. Opponent has some choices to make. Did do the Artful Takedown right this time. It tricked me. I wish the most relevant line, the -2, -4, was the top line on this, because at least for me, it tricks me all the time. Opponent thinking over their options. Slowly thinking over their options. Apparently timing out. Oh, Thought Erasure. Come on. Was a good hit for the opponent. Gotta admit. Okay. With that being said, the opponent definitely gets another turn. I guess it depends how they block and everything. Sure, that's fine. Opponent's going to get in for 2. Takes down to 7. We're not going to block. No blocks. What a draw for the opponent. Opponent plays a land. Opponent deep in thought, apparently. Go to my turn. Take the Guild Mage. Play the Guild Mage. Go to combat. Opponent has a Capture Sphere, sure. Okay, that's going to tap our creature down. I'm going to hold off attacking then for a turn. Next turn I can activate this. Give my creatures Menace. This is why the blue-black deck's so good. Opponent playing very slowly again. Magic Arena agrees with me. Opponent timing out. Sure, we'll go to attackers. Opponent attacking for 3. That's fine. We'll take 3. No blocks. Go to damage. Down to 4. Go to my turn. Take a lurcher. So let's see. Activate this. I think just gaining the life might be relevant. Yeah, let's go to combat. Get in for 4. 1 attacker. Okay. We want to discard our Lich. Sure. Discard the Lich. Play out my Lurcher. It's a 12-12. And pass turn. Definitely good play for the opponent. Not even sure what's left in our deck at this point. A 12-12 for 4 is pretty good. They're going to try to kill our Guild Mage, so we'll pump our team, or we'll gain some life rather. Opponent attacking for 3. I guess we'll trade here. It's fine. Opponent thinking over their options some more. Reading many cards. And playing very slowly. Okay, they give up on their creature to kill ours. We draw a tap land, but luckily we got a redraw. We draw a Whisper Agent. Opponent's gonna swing in. We'll flash in our Whisper Agent. Attempt to block. They make the creature unblockable if they want to. Looks like they're going to. We get to surveil. Draw a Burglar Rat. Sure, that's fine. Go down to 5. Play a 4/5. We'll play a Burglar Rat. Pass the turn. No attacks. One says good game. They're probably going to make both their creatures unblockable and get in. Say good game back. Opponent with just the right amount of removal. Still get some more experience, some more gold, so not a total loss. His hand looks fine. Play a land, pass the turn. Opponent says hello. We'll say hello back. Play a land. Actually want to get down Child of Night first. Burglar Rat gets better when their hand gets smaller. Opponent has a 1/3, so we're not going to swing and just throw a creature away into that. Opponent swings their 1/3, so we're going to attempt to eat it with the Whisper Agent. Notion Rain's pretty good, so we'll keep it on top. We'll block our 3/2 to their 1/3. Probably have a pump spell here. Nope. We're going to return our lifelinker to our hand. Get to surveil themselves and trade. Works for me. We'll play at our Notion Rain, draw some cards, lose some life. Get to surveil a little bit. 2 lands. I guess that's fine. Don't mind drawing lands here. Wish I could play this tap land right now, but I think I'm going to have to go with Forest. How much tempo are we willing to lose here? It's the problem with Gateway Plaza. I think we play out Child of the Night here, play the Plaza. Still want to try to get one more land off of or one more card out of their hand before we play our Burglar Rat. Opponent plays a 4/3. We'll play a land. We'll play a rat now. Opponent has to discard a card. Discarded another Cyclops. Sure. Not going to play out my Lurchers just yet. Let's see if maybe next turn I can do some blocking, and then these guys can come in as 5/5s, which are bigger than their Cyclopses. Opponent's just going to hold up, so might as well do just about the same. Play another Child of Night. Nothing happens on the opponent's side. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent finds a 5/4. Things are getting rough over here. I think we can afford to wait one more turn before doing anything. Maybe get the opponent to attack. That's really what I'm hoping for. So I can sink 2 or 3 creatures into my yard. Could really do for some removal for the Sphinx. Opponent has a Frenzy. Well, that's not good. Opponent swings in for 5. Okay. Assassin's pretty good. Play out my 6/4. Pump one of my Child Knights. Get in for 3. Opponent can block if they want. Fine with trading. They are going to trade their 3/1 for my 3/2. Okay. We go back up to 16. Next turn, I could start swinging in with the crew. Opponent finds a 2/2. They also find a 1/3 flyer. We'll go to combat. Swing in with our 6/4. Opponent's going to trade for their 4/3. Deciding against it. Opponent just takes a 6. We'll play out our assassin. Play a tap land. Play a 4/4. Pass the turn. Opponent thinking about what they want to kill. Gonna kill our assassin, sure. This 5/4 very strong on this board. Opponent gonna get him for 6. Sure. We're just going to push the team in, see what the opponent does. Opponent thinking about sacrificing their experimental frenzy. They do. Opponent plays a captured sphere on our 6/4. Sure. Still just going to go and push everything in. Opponent blocks our 2/1, takes 5. Down to 9. I'll play out my Veiled Shade. Play it a second Rhizome Lurcher as a 6/6 this time. And pass the turn. Next turn, we're just swinging in with everything again. And then hopefully the follow-up with the Giant will just end the game. Opponent gonna get in for 5, take us down to 2. Opponent plays out a 2/2, sure. And a 3/3, sure. We'll swing in with everything. See what the opponent does. Opponent double blocks our 6/6. Block our 4/4 with 2 creatures. Gonna block our 1/3. We want to kill their 3/3 first, obviously, and we want to kill their 4/3 first. Let's see, we have access to 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. Gonna be a little bit short, looks like. Oh, And that's Xaxes. Opponent takes 7 and loses the game. Okay, we'll keep it going. Hand's not the best, but it does have a Child tonight. It's got some removal if I'm up against a tokeny type deck. Along with some removal against some bigger stuff, so I'm going to keep it. I'll play a tap land, pass the turn. Opponent plays a land. Play an island, play out our Child tonight. See if we can start getting in for 2. Opponent plays a rat. Guess we'll discard our Vapors. Play another tap land. No attacks. No reason to trade our 2-1 into their 1-1. Opponent plays out a 2-2. And swings in for 1. No blocks. Play out a land. Artful Takedown. We'll put both modes on their Trooper. They can save it, but they're not going to be able to block with it, even if they do. Okay, Trooper down. We'll get in for 2. Up to 21. Need to find some green mana, but opponent plays a 3-3. Sure. Play out my Atrata. Worst case, sheets a removal spell. No attacks. Opponent plays a District Guide, goes and finds himself a land. We find a forest. Forest for turn into another rat. We'll discard Assassin. Opponent weighing their options, passes the turn. Another green card. We'll go to combat. I'll swing him for 3. Hit the opponent. Exile their 3-3. Oh, that's boring. I thought it would have a cool looking counter on it. Opponent considering their options. Swings in with the team. We'll trade our 2-1 for their 2-2. We draw a Trotta. We'll play a Trotta. Opponent says nice. You can't say thanks. Opponent plays a land. Passes the turn. We'll swing in with the Trotta. Opponent takes 3. We exile a rat. Play our Radical Idea. We draw a Notion Rain. Can't currently cast, but I can flashback Radical Idea, discarding the Worm. We draw a Spinal Centipede. Sure. Really want to find some lands there, but this will. Ooh, they played their Giant. Giant's pretty big. It's not good. We did find a land, only problem is it's not the right color. So we'll cast our Notion Rain. We'll take the tap land. So that gives us access to green. Ooh, we drew a rat. So we'll play out our land. We'll play our rat. Opponent has to discard a card. They discard a Mausoleum Secrets. Sure. They give them with their 6/5 and their 1/1. I think we actually just hold up this turn. Down to 9. They play a rat. I'll discard my Centipede. They play a Trooper. Sure. Poisoner was a very good draw. We'll play our Poisoner. We'll play a Plaza. Tap one of our islands. No attacks. Pass the turn. Unless they draw some removal, we can block Giant with our Poisoner. Opponent showing no fear. So we'll block their Giant with our Poisoner. And we'll try to trade a rat for a rat. Down to 6. Opponent plays a Dissident. Sure. Draw a Capture Sphere. Opponent can make this a 4/4. That's fine. We'll play out our Lurcher. He's an 8/8. Pass the turn. Opponent finds a land. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 8. Opponent blocks with a 1/1. Sure. We'll just play a Capture Sphere right now and tap down their 2/2. Probably the highest upside line. Means opponent can only get in for 2 unless they want to discard a creature, which we're fine with because our hand is full of stuff and theirs is pretty empty. Opponent going to take us down to 4. I'm assuming there's a follow-up, but this is a bad choice. Opponent plays out a 2/2. We'll play an 8/8. No attacks. We'll just hold up for now. Sure, opponent kills an 8/8. It's fine. Opponent passes. We'll play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 8. Opponent takes 8. We'll play our Gorgon. And we'll play out a 9/9 unless the opponent has something very good here. That feels like that's about it. Opponent plays an Assassin, sure. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 17. Opponent has to block both. They do. We lose our 9/9, but that's fine. We'll play our Guild Mage and pass the turn. Opponent has quite a little bit to do in front of them, and they're not up to it. It's another win for us. We'll keep it going. This hand's pretty good. Has all our colors. We just need really 1 or 2 more lands to really make it good. So we'll keep it. Play a land, pass the turn. Opponent follows up with the same land. Okay. Play a forest. Play out our Child of the Night. Opponent plays a land. Plays a 2/2. We'll go to combat. Swing in. Offer the trade. Opponent takes it. Play a tap land. Play our Burglar Rat. Pass the turn. Opponent discards a swamp. Plays out a mountain. Ooh, 3-color shenanigans going on over there. We'll play our island. Pass the turn. No attacks. Take 2 down to 20. All tied up with the opponent. Opponent plays an Urban Utopia and draws a card. Going to my turn. Draw a tap land. Good tap land. It's next turn that's going to let us play our Predator, but still a tap land. We'll just pass. No reason to try getting in for 1. Open up to a trick. Opponent swings for 2. No blocks. Down to 18. Opponent plays a land. Passes the turn. Ooh, Lich. We'll play out our Lich. Play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 1. With the Lich out, I feel much more comfortable just swinging in. Opponent goes to attackers. Swings in for 2. We'll go to blockers. We will block it and save our Lich. Okay. Opponent's creature dies. Opponent thinking over their options. Slowly thinking over their options. Another Gorgon's fine. Iron Shell Beetle, okay. Opponent's gonna pump their Gorgon, sure. We find some cards. I'll take the Lurcher. Play a land. We'll give their Gorgon -2, -4. Leave their Beetle alone. Swing in for 5. I actually prefer my rat in the yard right now because it pumps my Lurcher. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Plague Crafter. It's a pretty good draw. It's going to eat our Lich. Sure. Opponent passes. Play out my Predator. Play out my Gorgon. Pass the turn. Opponent plays their Lurcher. It's a 7/7. Cast Radical Idea. Draw a card. Play out a Shade. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent down 12. Opponent plays their Crater Maker. It's a good draw, opponent. They're gonna kill our 2/2, sure. Get him for 7, presumably. Oh, they're gonna kill our Shade also. Opponent really wants to get in for 7. Down to 7. We'll Radical Idea away our forest. Draw another card. Get a Spinal Centipede. I'll play it. No attacks. Opponent swinging for 7. We'll trade for our Death Toucher. Opponent plays a Mountain. Plays another Lurcher. Sure. We'll play out Lurcher 1 as an 8/8. No attacks. They got a Vigor Spore Worm. Just gonna pump their Lurcher to gigantic status. We'll block their Lurcher. Row our Lurcher. Play out a Poisoner. Play out a second 9/9 Lurcher. And no swings. Actually, I probably should have swung. Whatever. Go to combat. Swing in with 2 9/9s. Opponent has to block 1. Opponent does. Goes down to 3. Opponent has the removal for our Poisoner. They win the game. Opponent does not and scoops it up. Kind of a high risk play that turn, but it paid off. Keep it going. Up against Sarkon this time. Okay, this hand's pretty good. Has all 3 colors. Could do with some more lands, but not terrible. So we'll keep it. We'll play a tap land, pass the turn. Opponent also plays a tap land. We'll play out an island and a Burglar Rat. Really need to find more lands here. This might finally be the matchup where Vapors is at least okay. No lands, so that's pretty rough. We'll get in for 1. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a Conclave Guild Mage, and we are still missing lands. That's not good. Opponent plays a land. Need to find some way to deal with this before they get to 6 mana, because they'll just start taking over the game if they can get there. No blocks. We'll take our 2 down to 18. Opponent makes some 1/1s. Okay. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 1. We'll play our Vapors here. Just get rid of all the 1/1s. So both cards that we want. So I'll leave the Gilgate on top. Gets us to our 4th mana. Ooh. Card is definitely pretty good. Play at our 3/2 and pass the turn. Opponent swings in for 4. No blocks. Another card that's just going to destroy us. It's a rough one. I don't know how we get out of this. Start things off by tapping down their Cavalcade. And passing the turn. Opponent's creature does an untap. Really need to start finding some lands here. We can play out our Predator though, so not the worst position in the entire world. Definitely not where we want to be. Opponent's apparently thinking long and hard. It's fine. We don't do that here. We don't think long and hard about our plays. Opponent plays out a Restorer and gains some life. We drew a land. Play said land. Play our Predator. And no attacks. Leave up. Opponent, you're not allowed to target my Predator. Sorry, bud. Opponent thinking over their options. Gets in with the 3/4. We'll block with our Spinal Centipede. Centipede down. He's going to pump our Predator. If we can draw a land here, we can play out our Worm. Opponent plays out a Harpooner, but I don't think they know how Nightveil Predator works. I actually want to go with my Gorgon here. Seems good. No attacks. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a 7/5. Sure. Still can't find lands. Play a 4/4 in the form of Lurcher. Swing in for 4 in the... I guess I'll leave up for now. Really want to try to find one more land. I can start doing stuff. Hope is kind of that the opponent starts swinging. That way we can start eating stuff. One more land lets me play out my Worm. Worm can let Nightveil Predator get in. Opponent doing some heavy thinking. Opponent might have a fight spell here. They don't. I'm just going to let each of us gain 4 life. Which honestly is kind of bad for the opponent. Still can't find that last land. Play out my shade. Just pass the turn, I guess. Once I hit my 6th land, I can play out my worm. But until then, I can't really play out the worm. I don't really want to throw any of these lurchers out until they're going to be a little bit bigger than they are right now. Opponent gonna fight my 4/4 with their 7/5, sure. Going to attackers, passing the turn. We did manage to find our land, which means I can finally play out my worm. Pump my predator to a 7/7. Get in for 7, knocking the opponent down to a reasonable life total. Opponent down to 19. We're going to make a 1/1 lifelinker. We'll go to combat. Get in with our 6/4. And our 2/2. Let's see what the opponent does. Opponent gonna make a 2/2. Sure. Then double block. You can't double block my Vigor Spore Worm. Sorry, opponent. It's not the way magic works. Opponent says nice, presumably to my worm. So they're going to trade their 7/5 for my 6/4. And I guess let their 2/2 just be run over. Sure. We'll pump our shade for 1. Eat their 2/2 token. Play out a 6/6. And pass the turn. Opponent makes it so our 6/6 can't attack or block. Make it so our 2/2 can't attack or block, and then punch in. Is that what we're doing? 3, 6, 9, 11, 13. Oh, they're just going to tap the team. It's looking like they're just going to tap the team to their champion, which is fine. We will trade for the champion. Yep, that's what the opponent's doing. Yeah, we'll just trade here. Okay, 6/6 goes away. Play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 2. So I need to leave up 4 mana, which means I can pump once, twice, and they still have 4. So 1, 2. Okay, get him for 4, down to 15. Play out a 7/7. A lot of luminous bonds from the opponent. Hopefully they don't have more. A lot of removal from the opponent in general. Prey upon, 2 luminous bonds. Yep, it's 3 pieces of removal right there. Forager is going to gain them some life. Opponent passing. Play out my assassins. Assassin. And I could pump this twice, which means it at least trades or eats everything on the opponent's side of the field. Sure, we'll get him for 2. See if the opponent blocks. Opponent blocks with a 3/4 and a 1/1. And maybe a 2/2. We want to kill the 3/4, so we'll put that in front. 1 and 2. Eat the opponent's elephant. Lose our shade. Pass turn. Opponent passes. We'll go to combat. Attack with the team. I'm just going to activate to keep their 2/2 alive. Opponent has to block everything to the assassin. We'll kill their 4/4. Play out my giant. Opponent loses 7 down to 6. Play out my plaza. Auto paying. Pass back to the opponent. Opponent plays out a worm. Pumps their soldier. No blocks. We're just going to take the 6. Opponent goes back up to 12. We draw a land, so we'll pass. Really need to find our Etrata here. It's kind of the best draw in our deck. We are running out of time, too. Opponent plays a Pelt Collector, sure. Opponent thinking. They just pass, sure. We'll pass back to the opponent. 16 cards left in our library. 16 for the opponent also. Opponent makes a 2/2, growing their Pelt Collector. We draw a Lifelinker, so we'll play it. No more Lurchers in our deck. We only have the 1 Giant, so not too much cares about our graveyard anymore. Opponent gonna make a 2/2. Yeah, I like like I said, this card just kind of takes over the game if you let it sit out. Not that we have an option, but we still do have some removal left in our deck if we can find it. We'll block their 6/4 with our 7/7. We're gonna pump it. Nope, we're just gonna deal 2 to our creature, sure. Still trade. Pumps their 3/3, or Pelt Collector into a 3/3. That was a pretty good draw. We'll play our Lich. Opponent deep in thought about the Lich. We'll pass turn. Opponent says nice. Opponent makes a 2/2. We are running out of time. I feel like this game might just be over. Opponent wants to make double and triply sure before they commit to everything, I guess. Which does give us more time in a way. But it really does feel like it's been over for a couple turns now. Opponent. Sure, we'll let them eat our Underrealm Lich. It sucks, but opponent gets more 2/2s and grows their Pelt Collector. Can't really pay the life there, we're just too low. Is the opponent gonna push everything now? Opponent thinking deeply. Pushing everything. Okay. Well, pretty sure we're dead. Block like that. We'll say good game. And yep, more than enough to kill us. Just couldn't find the removal there. Opponent had too much removal. Combination of things. We'll keep it going. See if we can score 2 or 3 more wins with this deck. Okay, this hand looks fine. Underarm Lich is a nice touch. So we'll keep it. Play a tap land, pass the turn. I think I actually want to play my Gateway Plaza here. Auto pay. We'll take our 2. Be able to play out our rat next turn. The following turn we could play our Predator. The opponent's not really doing anything. So we'll play a land. We'll play our rat. Opponent discards a card. Opponent discards a land. Nice find a Temple Garden for the opponent. On color for him too, so that's pretty cool. Found a Patrol. Yeah, no blocks. We'll just take the 2. Play out a land. Play our Predator. Pretty good match against the Patrol. Opponent plays a land, plays another Patrol. We'll play at our land and get our Lich online. No attacks. Pass the turn. The other option there was to leave up some type of removal. Okay, opponent's going to gain some life. Opponent rereading our Nightveil Predator for the 8th time. Opponent passing. My turn. We'll take our worm. We'll play a land. We'll play our worm. We'll pump our Predator. Get in for 4, taking the opponent back down to 20. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Opponent back at 20. Pass the turn. Opponent reading our worm, reading our rat. Plays a land. Goes to attackers. Decides against attacking and passes the turn. Ooh, we found our Atrata. That was a pretty good find. We'll go to combat. We'll swing in for 6. See what the opponent does. Opponent blocks with a 2/2. Presumably gonna pump it. Sure. We'll hit the creature with both tap and -2/-4, so it dies. Just a good tempo play. Knocks the opponent off their mana. Opponent thinking over their options. Plays out a 5/5, sure. Go to my turn. Find a whole bunch of lands. We're at 6 mana, so can't do 2 plays this turn, which means I'll just get a tap land. Play a tap land. Go to combat. Swing in for 6. Allow the trade if the opponent wants. Opponent does want. Sure. We both lose our big creatures. I'll play out a Trotta. Pass turn. Go to my turn. I'll take my Whisper Agent. Go to combat. Swing in for 3 with a Trotta. Also swing in for 4 with my Lich. Activate my Lich to protect him. Opponent loses 3. We'll exile their patrol. Trotta shuffles back in. We'll play out a Whisper Agent. Get to Surveil. Giant's fine. And we'll play out our Lurcher and pass the turn. Next turn, we're just going to push the team in. See what happens. And opponent scoops it up. Whole bunch of experience. We found a Liliana's Triumph and a pack. Let's open our pack up. Probably just going to get some gems. Yep, more gems. Okay. We'll keep it going. Okay, if we can get one more win, we net gems. If not, let's get 650, which isn't terrible. So we'll keep it going. This hand's risky if I don't manage to find lands, but I hate mulliganing, so we're going to keep it. One black mana in this hand is just phenomenal. I have 2 turns to find it. That's not black mana. The other side of things, if I don't... Okay, well, that's a redraw. So we'll draw. Find more green mana. Okay. Play out a forest. Opponent plays a land. Play a Blade Instructor. So we really need to find our lands. Okay, not a terrible draw. It's going to be able to block into the Instructor, so we'll pass. We'll play out our Agent. Finally find some black mana. We'll block their 3-1 with our 3-2. Their Mentor's just too strong. Ooh, but that's not good. So we'll play out a land. And play a radical idea. Discarding the Spinal Centipede. Actually, why did it tap out my... We want to tap 1 blue and 1 green. Oh, auto tapper. Trying to make me misplay. Okay, you find a capture sphere, sure. Next turn we can play out our Atrata. Opponent found a Foragers, sure, gonna gain 1. Up to 21. We'll play our Atrata. We'll block their 4-4 with our 3-5. Prevent some damage. That's a good card. Opponent draws a Beast Whisperer. Oh, man. We'll play a land and go to combat. We'll swing him for 3. We'll exile their 4-4. Play out my Lurcher. Pass the turn. Opponent plays another land. Is it Beast Whisperer time? Actually going to eat their 2-1 here. Go down to 8. Opponent plays their Beast Whisperer. And a 2-2. We'll play a land. We'll play our Shade. I think we pass here. No tax. Now we'll play our Capture Sphere on their Foragers. Keep it tapped down. Opponent has a Wood Shaper. Crazy card advantage going over on the opponent's side of the board, and they find themselves a Conclave Tribunal. Sure. This opponent going to be able to exile a card from our field. Probably our Lurcher. These two together, along with just the crazy card advantage they've been getting off this. It's not looking good. Opponent gets to make a free 1/1. Opponent going to swing in for 2, tap their 1/1 to grow it. We'll take 5 here. Not really sure what we can draw into, but there's a Trotta a little bit late. I don't know if she even does enough now. We'll player. And we'll pass. Maybe the opponent will be afraid we have something in hand and just pass back to us. Opponent going to play a 4/4. Sure. 4/4 is probably going to eat our 2/2. Yep. Then get him for game. Sure, it's fine. Looks like the opponent has it figured out. Sure. Gonna make the creature a 5/5 for some reason. Whereas they're just swinging. Block their 2/1, and that's game. And there's our last goal for the day, with the conclusion of it. So 650 gems, another pack which you can open up right now. We find ourselves a Deafening Clarion. Okay, so a pretty good day. Completed some of our goals, got some level ups. Well, anyway, I think that's going to conclude today. Please join me tomorrow at probably 5 again, 5 p.m. But that's going to do it for Spuzzem TCG. Thanks for joining me, guys, and have a good night.